you sure 2 is coming? Jimin and Jungkook are scheduled to interview on Mezamashi TV. Face creaming in fear, the shocking news came like lightning in broad daylight. While fans have been grappling with rumors circulating over the past few weeks about the possibility of Are You Sure 2, the iconic music program that has always been associated with the presence of various major artists, an official announcement from the Japanese media has sparked a much bigger wave of speculation. Mezamashi TV, one of the most famous morning programs in Japan, released a short teaser stating that 2 Korean megastars, Park Jimin and Jungkook, will appear in an exclusive interview on November 25th. It didn't take long for the news to spread around the world, leaving the army shocked, panicked, and unable to contain their curiosity. In a matter of minutes, Jimin and Jungkook's names immediately dominated the global trending topic. Various hypotheses have sprung up from all corners of the fandom. Some thought that the interview would be a big comeback moment. Some even thought that they would announce a new duet project. But most fans immediately connected it with one thing, the news about Are You Sure 2? Is this a sign? Are the 2 BTS members really preparing for something much bigger than anyone predicted? Meanwhile, behind all the smoldering euphoria online, there is a much more emotional story that is actually unfolding. Jimin and Jungkook, who have been seen together on numerous occasions lately, seem to have a special meaning regarding their interview schedule on Mezamashi TV. The 2 are going through different phases in their careers and personal lives, but when they are on one screen, the world seems to stop spinning. Fans know, whatever their reasons, it's bound to be something very special. When the announcement came out, a close source from producer Mezamashi TV mentioned that the program had prepared a special set to welcome Jimin and Jungkook. It is mentioned that the production team has even held several internal meetings to discuss how to best present an interview that is not only exclusive, but also leaves a deep impression. This interview is not an ordinary interview, but a moment that they have prepared very carefully. Rumors also mention that there are some segments that are deliberately kept secret from the public because they are considered too sensitive to be leaked before the day of airing, while the army was still discussing their various theories. The atmosphere behind the scenes was much more emotional. Jimin, who is known to be very sensitive and empathetic, is said to have been preparing answers that he will deliver during the interview for several days. He wants to make sure that every word that comes out of his mouth represents honest feelings towards the fans who have been waiting for him. Jungkook, who was much more spontaneous, seemed excited but harbored anxiety of his own. Another source said that Jungkook even contacted his close staff to ask if he should do something more personal during the interview, such as write a special message or bring a small surprise. On the other hand, rumors about Are You Sure 2 are going wild. Many fans believe that the joint appearance of Jimin and Jungkook on Mezamashi TV is a direct signal that the project is really coming. Some time ago, fans discovered a digital trail that leads to a possible further production of the mysterious project. Now, with the interview schedule suddenly announced without a detailed explanation, they are increasingly convinced that something big is happening. There were even fans who analyzed the movement schedules of the 2 idols over the past few weeks and linked them to activities in Japan. They found several patterns that made speculation even stronger. As if everything leads to one big conclusion, Are You Sure 2 is not just a rumor. At the same time, Jimin and Jungkook's reactions were also in the spotlight. On several occasions, the 2 were seen exchanging glances in a way that made fans even more suspicious that there was something they were hiding. Many ARMY consider that their interactions these days feel more meaningful. There was a moment when Jimin didn't try to cover his smile when Jungkook's name was called. There was also a moment when Jungkook seemed to be silent for quite a while when asked about future projects, as if he wanted to say something but held back. Now, when they are scheduled to appear together in an exclusive interview, all those moments feel like puzzle pieces that are finally starting to form a whole picture. Mezamashi TV also confirmed the rumors. Instead of giving a full explanation, they released a very short but meaningful visual teaser. In the teaser, only the silhouettes of 2 figures are visible, as well as a large text that reads "Special Interview" with the air date. In the last few seconds, however, came the words that made the entire fandom go crazy. Are you sure? No numbers, no additional explanations, Just 3 words that reopen the door to the wildest speculation. Meanwhile, preparations for the trip to Japan also attracted public attention. Their flight schedule is rumored to be done behind closed doors to avoid large crowds at the airport. However, leaked information from airport staff stated that the two would depart in the not-too-distant future from the date of the interview. Many fans later speculated that they had actually been in Japan even before the official news was released. Until now, the truth of the news is still uncertain. Within the ARMY community, discussions were heating up. Some are discussing what set of clothes the two idols might choose. Some are rearranging the timeline of their activities over the past few months in search of hidden clues. And of course, there are those who think about how Jimin and Jungkook first reacted when they appeared on the Mezamashi TV screen. Fans know that while the interview may only last about 10 to 15 minutes, every second of their appearance will be analyzed, cut, re-uploaded, and celebrated across social media on a massive scale. Speculation about their relationship is also growing. Some fans mentioned that they looked closer than usual, both emotionally and professionally. Their presence together in this interview is considered proof that they are involved in a big project, whether it's a musical, documentary, or even a duet album. Jimin himself, on several occasions, revealed that he was working hard to complete something that he hoped to share with fans soon. Meanwhile, Jungkook, in his latest live, had mentioned that there were things he wanted to tell but couldn't. Now fans are linking him to the interview schedule. As D-Day approached, fans in Japan began to prepare to welcome the two idols in the most polite yet enthusiastic manner. Many fan bases in Japan report that they have started printing posters, distributing small banners, and preparing special gifts in accordance with strict rules there. The overseas fans are also not less enthusiastic. Many set the schedule to watch together, both online and offline. Others are planning massive streams to ensure that the moment is trending globally. In a way, Jimin and Jungkook probably only see this as one of their professional activities. But on the other hand, the world sees this as an iconic moment that will determine the direction of their journey forward, both as individuals and as two best friends who grew up together since adolescence. And amid all this speculation, one thing is certain: this interview is not just any interview. This is a new chapter that will take Jimin and Jungkook to a higher, more mature, and more influential point. In the end, no one can be sure whether "Are You Sure Too" will actually come. But the presence of Jimin and Jungkook on one screen, in one moment, in one exclusive occasion like this is enough to make the world stop for a moment. The ARMY can now only wait with hope while preparing itself for the great possibility that something very big will be announced. And as the two figures sit in the seats of the Mezamashi TV, with the camera pointed right at them, the world will witness a moment that will probably become one of the most memorable chapters in the history of their journey.